Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to our Mandalore Open, San Antonio System Open. We are your official stream, and we are starting here in round 2. We want to welcome everybody. My name is Dion Morales, and I am joined today by Peter Fu.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction, Dion. Our primary goal today is to take a more journalistic approach towards broadcasting of premier X-Wing events. At the front of the house, you'll see numerous match updates to our UI, consistency in the format of how we present things from game to game, and also a dedicated support member who's going to be making sure that our game state is correctly updated in the UI as well. What this also means is we're going to be respecting the fourth wall and not getting directly involved in any issues relating to judging. The only exception to this policy will be if the marshal asks for our footage for instant replay purposes. And speaking of which, Dion, can you tell us a little bit about the marshal?
Our marshal today is Brent Wong. He is a Texas local. He has judged at Worlds and other System Open events, and we're glad to have him here today. We also have a couple of floor judges. We have Mark Sebo, Gene Hogel, and Bobby Vowles.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Dion, I see we have our longtime friend Travis on screen on our right. Can you tell us a little bit about Travis?
So, yeah, Travis Johnson is a local in the Nova area. He is one of the team members to the Carolina Crate podcast and a constant collaborator in the community, working on giving great content, good information, very well thought out player. His highest finish was, I believe, that was at the North American Championships.
Yeah, he's placed all over though.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He did well at the last Worlds. Great player. And then we also have Christian Basse.
Yes. So a little bit about Christian. He's been playing for over a year, but less than 2. He's from the Dallas, Texas area and represents Maroon Squadron. He placed top 8 in one of the regionals last year, and he's really excited to be participating at the System Open. Small note about Travis, and he actually asked me to bring this up. Travis wants us to have a special hello to his wife, his pregnant wife.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Anna. She's due in a little less than 3 weeks, so we really appreciate Anna letting Travis come out to play with us.
Absolutely. So next we're going to go into game predictions. So this is what we want you to do, Twitch chat. If you think Christian has the advantage here, we want you to put a 1 in the chat. If you think Travis Johnson has the advantage, we want you to give us a 2. So looking at these lists, the big advantage that Christian does have right out the gate is pilot skill. So he has Quickdraw and Darth Vader at PS11. They are Alpha Strike heavy. Darth Vader with multiple actions is great. One thing you do notice is that he decided to go for guidance chips instead of engine upgrade, which does hurt his maneuverability, but he still does have barrel roll, which is, in my opinion, a better repositioning. Then Travis Johnson has Kylo Ren, who I actually need to update his PS there because it's pulling the old one. We got that fixed here. Kylo Ren is extremely maneuverable. He is able to pretty much be wherever he is on the board. He's a very fast ship. He has advanced sensors, so it's really hard to predict. So what Travis here has to do is, because Kylo does move at PS9, he has to predict where Christian's going to put his arcs and make sure Kylo is not there.
Dion, and on screen we're seeing Travis fly that beautiful Kylo Ren, illustrated by one of our good friends, Matt Erb. And speaking of our friends, Dion, can you tell us a bit about our round sponsor, Wraith Squadron?
Yes, so round 2 of Swiss is brought to you by the Wraith Squadron podcast, an X-Wing and Legion podcast from the heart of SEC country, catering to family-friendly content tailored for beginners. Wraith Squadron podcast, where they are always keeping it 100.
Those guys are, we really appreciate their support and helping us bring this coverage to everyone out in the listener world for GSP. But they're also a really, really fun crew. And they traveled 18 hours to get here by car to play. And we're so thankful for not only their contributions to us, but also to the community.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at their initial placement. You notice that Travis decided to castle his gunboats there. They're both facing each other. The one forward, because of the nubs, does not fit. So they can stay there as long as he wants. He wants to see that approach. Christian is keeping all his ships together. He is a very alpha strike heavy. He's got 3 sets of harpoon missiles. The Rho Squadron is at a PS5 with adaptability, so he does get to shoot before Travis's gunboats. The issue here that I do see is that Christian decided to go with guidance chips instead of long-range scanners. So he needs to make sure that he is in position to get a target lock. One thing that Travis could do is try to tempt Christian with Kylo, because that Rho Squadron will never catch Kylo. But if he can get him to target lock Kylo, take some heat off of the boats, that will work to his advantage.
Indio, something I love about this is if you take a look at how Travis started off, he started off with the traditional Kylo Rho fortress formation to create the Circle of Death. And the asteroid placement you were seeing on the screen right now is precisely what Travis wants. Those 2 assault ships are going to be just rotating around those rocks, almost like the quad Wookiee formation we've come to grown to hate, basically. And I'm a little worried that Christian is going to take the bait and have to fly through those rocks of death into the harpoons.
Yeah, I mean, Christian definitely, Travis wants to bait him through the rocks. Kylo can fly through the rocks all day, but the plan here is to try to bait him. And we got to remember that the gunboats do have the slam action. We actually just saw Christian use that. And they can move around the board very quickly. They can be used to block very effectively because they have lots of different trajectories. The 3 bank plus 3 hard puts you in a lot of different spots. So expect to see a lot of slamming here. So Travis is working on bringing Kylo up the back. He wants to see if he can, like I said, he can bait with Kylo a little bit. Because one thing that Travis can do, if need be, is if Christian turns Quickdraw Vader into Kylo Ren, he's in a position right now to disengage very quickly. You advance sensors boost, barrel roll too hard, and now you're ready to run away. But Christian here is doing a great job. He's coming in at a 45-degree angle. If he had done a hard turn, he plays into Travis's hand. Yeah. Christian, though, is coming at a 45-degree angle. He can leverage the barrel roll and do that.
And Christian has finished top 8 at regional before, so even though he's pretty new to the game, he's pretty darn good. So I'm glad that he's reading the stage pretty correctly, and I think we're going to have a pretty good round 2 here, Dion. Just a quick update for us. Our predictions from the audience were 11 votes for Travis, 3 for Christian. So a decidedly heavy favor of Travis's list, it appears. I'll be eager to see maybe round 5 or 6 what the respective players target on each other's lists.
Now, just to talk about some win conditions here. We know that Kylo Ren in this build, let's say both gunboats die, with the 1-point bid, because both gentlemen are at 99, Kylo would be worth 48 points. Okay, Quickdraw's worth 39. Darth Vader's worth 35. The end game that Travis wants is Travis wants to make sure that Quickdraw and Vader are dead, and if there's one boat left, that's fine. Christian, on the other hand, is looking to make sure that if he can take out both of the boats and just have Kyle and still have Quickdraw and Vader on the board, Christian is in the driver's seat. And now all of a sudden Travis has to be a little bit more aggressive to try to do some damage.
I haven't seen, I haven't seen this, I guess, this Vader Quickdraw Rho play out very often in my local scene. Is this something that you've been seeing a lot in Chicago, like just doubling up on aces to leverage that harpoon reload?
Well, I mean, being at PS11 with a bid, he is at 99, you're just trying to make sure that you get to see where your opponents go, and you get to get those missiles off first. Because what you notice is a lot of people who play Alpha Strikes, they lose the game when they don't get their missiles off. And just to answer a couple questions that are in the chat, I am not playing today. I am here exclusively to stream. I flew across the country with an adventure to get here. Go on the Facebook page and you can see some of it. I almost did not make it. So I noticed a couple people are having some frame rate issues. I will tell you that the internet connection here isn't the greatest, but everything is being recorded and can be reviewed on our YouTube page after the event.
The internet situation was a bit difficult because on the one hand our hotspot was operational at the beginning, but we realized there was some connectivity issues, and we wound up having to purchase the convention wireless. So if you're feeling so inclined,
yes,
Dion, can we flash the patron link?
Yeah. So. Yeah, there was definitely some. First I just want to say thank you to my patrons, because without them I wouldn't have been able to last minute buy a flight to get here. I had to cancel the other one. I wouldn't have been able to buy the internet connection that we're using right now to get some stream up, which looks like we should be having a little bit better connectivity here pretty soon. So again, I just want to say a huge thank you to our patrons, because without you, none of this is possible.
And guys, I wish you could have seen how much effort Dion really put out there, because those clips on Facebook were really funny. But we were frantically on the phone yesterday trying to find flights, trying to get Chris Allen's mom on the phone to get him another flight, trains, cars. It was quite the experience.
Absolutely. So here we're coming in on turn 3. We've have 59 minutes left on the clock, and this is going to be a crucial turn here. Christian does not want to overcommit to either side because, like we said, Kylo is extremely maneuverable. He can go wherever he needs to go. Now it looks like all dials are set now, and now we just wait. Doing some double checks, trying to commit.
This reminds me of my top 32 at the North America Championship against Andrew Knuckles, where the first 3 rounds took about 20, 30 minutes. This is so much mental chess right now, because you see everyone keeps readjusting and checking their dials, and they know that round 5 or 6 exchange can pretty much determine the outcome of the game.
Alrighty, so the boats are committing in. They do have Deadeye, so for those of you who might not be familiar, Deadeye says that you can turn an attack target lock missile to attack focus. So all he has to do is focus up, have his arcs there, and if Travis catches something in his net, he'll be able to fire those harpoon missiles.
I love the bravery. Well, I'm sorry, that term is incorrect, not bravery, but I love the wherewithal to try to fly that row with adaptability as opposed to the traditional Deadeye and whatnot. And it's I like the attempt at creativity, and I'm hoping it pays off throughout the course of this game, and of course the entire system open itself.
Right. So we're looking here. It's interesting, the choice of adaptability and guidance chips. So let's do a little bit of math here.
Yeah.
With a 4-dice missile, okay, 4 dice by itself with no modifiers, on average, gives you 2 hits. You add a focus in there because Deadeye or harpoon missiles does not require you. It looks like we're getting into combat here. Hold on one second.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So maybe it looks like Christian measured for target lock on the center row, and he didn't have that, but he does have the other one. He's committing the target lock. We're going to label the one on the right number 2 and the one in the center as number 1. You'll see that update here on the UI. There'll be some small black numbers that show up.
I'm a little surprised by that barrel roll advanced sensor. I thought Travis was going to come in a bit harder.
Well, here, what he's trying to do is he has right now a rock, right? So normally secondary weapons do not give you a range bonus.
Correct.
But but he is trying to bait the missiles out.
Yes.
So if he has 4 dice with focus plus auto thrusters, because it looks like that's range 3, he has a good chance of maybe taking 1.
Yeah.
And Kylo does not mind taking 1. Like, he's fine.
I was laughing with Travis over this, but the way his playstyle with this Kylo list, it almost feels like he should be flying back the test pilot Blackout. Yeah, because he loves hugging those rocks and messing with people's heads. And it looks like obviously Travis made the right move, because they're about to have a little bit of fun with that quick draw.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with the attacks. Vader will...
Look at that. Christian's not falling for it.
Yeah. I mean, he knew it was going to be there. He's going for the target lock. He might be just out. And you know what? This is good for Travis. He wants it to be just out, because if there was a second missile to turn, you lower your chance of
yeah, it is just out.
Yep. So no target lock there.
And no engine upgrade.
Correct. You see the engine upgrade right there? Would have got it. But the thing is, you don't have space for engine upgrade here, unless you go down to a Rho, not a Rho squadron, a new squadron.
Yeah.
There, you don't have space for that.
But this is such a fun Kylo list to play, and I'm glad that Christian isn't phased by it. One, by the fact that Travis is so well known and such a good player and such a good guy, honestly. But 2, that he's not falling for any of this nonsense. He's balls to the walls. You're going to try to bait me with your missiles. I'm just going to go punish your Kylo.
Yep, and he's trying to barrel roll Vader into range. Vader does get 2 actions a turn, and he'll probably measure for the target lock again here, which he should. We know it was close. And yes, Kylo is on an epic peg.
Because Kylo is an epic ship.
Yes. So here we go. We're measuring for target lock again.
Just out, though.
It looks like it's still just out.
It looked from the previous one, he was 3/4 as a standout, and the barrel roll wouldn't have gotten him there.
Yeah.
But you never know. A little magic movement might bring him a little closer.
So he just focuses there. We have the dice.
Travis slams him down. He's ready to go. He's ready to roll, so to speak.
We do not have that nice dice overlay that we had last time. Unfortunately, one of our HDMI extenders was damaged in travel, so the players will be just rolling on the mat.
Yeah, we're going to have to blame that one on TSA. They definitely went through Dion's luggage pretty roughly, and it's an upsetting result. But
so here we got 2 hits, focus, and a blink. So he should spend the target lock for sure. And, and then guidance chips for 4. I mean, that is
optimal.
Here we go. We got auto thrusters, spends a focus, takes nothing. So there you go. The missile is gone off of quick draw, and this is what Travis wanted. He wanted one of the missiles out of range, take 1, have 4 dice, have a potential to dodge it all.
Dion, can I ask you a question here?
Yes.
I always go back and forth on that type of scenario. Do you ever want to take the hit so you can assign the condition to quick draw?
I always look at it as it would be nice. Like, if it happens, it happens. You go, no big deal. I took 1, and I'll show you the dark side. But if you can avoid taking damage, it's always better. So it looks like here we got hit, crit, 2 hits, maybe just 1. He has 2 focuses there. 1 hit, 2 focuses. And he's using the Vanguard. Oh, he was letting him read the Vanguard title. So you can't re-roll because he has 2 ships in arc. The Vanguard says you can only have 1 ship in your arc.
Wait. He could have Vanguarded because the other one is out of 1 to 3.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. So Travis should have been able to Vanguard. And for our listeners at home, Brent Wong has ruled for purposes of PAX South, you do not have to re-roll all of your attack dice. You can elect to roll less than all of your attack dice.
If there was a scenario, so for instance, like a lone wolf situation.
Correct.
Here is the missile into the other one. We got 3 hits there. We spend the focus, and it looks like he's going to take a shield on number 2. Yep. Thank you, Travis. And this is fine. He's going to be assigned the harpoon condition.
Yes.
But only taking one there is fine.
Yeah.
He's going to be in prime position with quick draw coming up here. I totally expect him to probably do a like a 3 forward.
So what I was hoping, Dion, is that if he assigned the condition to quick draw from Kylo, he would have PS0'd quick draw and then took quick draw to Pound Town next turn.
I mean, it can happen. The thing is that you can't guarantee that you're going to throw that crit in this list.
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things, like, if it happens, it happens.
Because then we have a situation where the quick draw gets PS killed by a couple 4s. Oh, we're talking about the attack size side.
For the title, you can re-roll 1 attack dice as well, as long as you don't have anybody in range 1 to 3 in arc, or unless you if you only have 1 ship
In arc.
in arc. Yeah.
From range 1 to 3.
Correct. So we're going down to planning here. Travis. So Christian here has some decisions to make. He can go 1 forward and try to approach Kylo, because Kylo definitely Kylo has to go forward somewhere. Now, Travis is right in front of a rock, and this is fine because he can barrel roll to the right, boost, and get out. He can go to the left, boost, get behind them. I wouldn't be surprised to see. I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to do a K turn. I don't think that's the right move here.
No.
But it's possible because you can barrel roll, boost, and then do the K. But Travis not having the focus right now, one of the biggest priorities is making sure that you get the focus back for advanced optics. You want to keep a focus on Kylo at all times. You spend it on offense when you need to, but that advanced optics is there for defense.
So, Dion, this is one of those crazy situations where I could see a potential advanced sensor Talon roll. Because depending on how hard he thinks that quick draw is going to bite with the Vader supporting him, because if I'm Travis, I'm thinking Christian sees where my rows are set up, and he probably is going to come straight at me in the middle and try to pound me. So that quick draw isn't going to be turning to the middle, right?
I mean, and that's Christian has to make that decision. Christian knows that he has 2 rows right there.
Yeah.
Like, Travis is going to do a 3 forward because quick draw can't turn in hard enough to get into range 1. The bottom one probably does a 2 forward, maybe even a 3.
Travis is grabbing the dial. He wants to see what kind of shenanigans he can do.
Yeah, exactly. The problem with the Talon roll is you have to barrel. You can't get your focus back. So if Vader
Correct.
ends up behind you, that could be bad.
Yeah, because if he boosts, then does the thing, he'll probably end up where that quick draw, where the text quick draw is. And if he barrel rolls and then talons, he'll probably end up where the FCS text is.
Yeah.
Oh. I love this setup for both players.
Yeah, this is gonna be a turn. Christian not having the missile here he has to make a decision. Does he cycle out the gunboat and try to bring him around the back? Because what I think I would do here, you have 2 choices. I mean, he's a PS5, so he can just hard turn 2 and try to use the primary weapon. But you want to try to get that missile back as much as possible.
What do you think about using the slam and trying to block one of them?
He's PS5, so there is very few situations where he blocks Kylo here.
Okay.
Travis won't let him. Travis's rows move first, so those can't be blocked. I think if I was Christian, I would do a 3 forward in order to make sure that I'm out of the arc of the 2 rows. I would then reload, and the next turn, make it around. And now you're behind of Travis's rows, and I will tell you that once you're behind a gunboat, they get sad pretty fast.
Oh, look, it's Marcel.
Huh?
Marcel's in the house.
How's it going, Marcel?
We see Christian adjust his dial.
So Peter, the people want to know who are you? Where are you from? Who is this random guy?
Hi, everyone. Well, first of all, my name is Peter Fu, and I'm from the Philly area, as Zach has pointed out. I've done commentary a couple of times, actually a lot of times now, with Chris and streaming at PAX Unplugged, Naboo, and a couple other system opens and events. I think the highest I've gone is, I don't know, I've won a couple store championships, but who hasn't? The top 8 at a regional, and it was the 64-day North America championships. I don't get to play that often, or at least as much as I'd like to, but I love the game, and I love doing the theoretical thinking on this game with folks like Zach and Travis and Chris and Dion and Tyler Tippett. Tyler, by the way, Tyler and Aaron Bonner are my favorite players, and I wish they were here because I think they'd love this meta. And while we're talking about it, Dion, yesterday was the hyperspace qualifier.
Yes.
And the meta seemed to be 1 out of every 3 ships on the board as an aggregate was a harpoon carrier.
Oh, yeah.
And then what wound up winning was Basse.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a resurgence of Arc Dodgers as a result of all these 2 and 4 harpoons?
Well, so the thing is that harpoons, what it has done is it has made arcs relevant. Okay? Like, I know people think like harpoons are, some people say that they're too good. I think it's fine. In order to do damage to hyper defensive ships, you need to have 4 dice. Okay? It has made arcs relevant, which is something we haven't seen in the game in a long time. So I'm fine with this. Here's the 2 forward from Travis, casting a nice wide net. And then all of a sudden, okay, arcs matter. Now arc dodgers can matter. So now I think we're actually in a spot where turrets, arc dodgers, and arced ships all matter. Like they all have things that they can do well, and bombs, right?
Yep.
So while, yes, harpoons are good, and if you play a subpar list versus harpoons, you're gonna be sad. Or if you just joust harpoons, like that's a bad idea. Okay?
My hope one day is Duncan Howard dusts off the Howard Aces and brings back Soontir to address the situation with munitions.
he might. So real quick here, Christian chooses to turn in. He doesn't have a missile right now, so he'd have to just be using a primary. It looks like he's probably going to have a range 1 shot on number 2. There, the one that already has 1 shield gone, the one closest to him. Just so you know that that Steel Open crit token there, they're using that as the harpooned condition. Just for reference, that guy has not taken a crit.
Oh, I am literally on the edge of my seat to see what Christian does with that Vader. So you guys don't see it on camera right now, but Christian is all over the table, on his knees, on his toes, trying to figure out arc right now, and he's going through a lot of pain right now. He's trying to figure out whether that Kylo can thread the needle through the rocks, or rather, if he's crazy enough to thread the needle through the rocks.
Yep.
And Travis is helping him.
Like, I don't know, man.
Oh man. No, I'm. Yeah, so he that's the right move. You don't target lock there. Yeah, you focus. That is the right move.
I think the other debate was, like you were saying earlier, possibly slamming to try to get a block. Now, what I think is blocked right now is a barrel roll boost 4 forward and 3 forward. I think those are both to the right. Well, Travis isn't going to the right, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's. I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't hear me and actually do the Talon roll.
So he barrel rolls straight across. That was a straight across barrel roll, not forward, not back.
And Christian you saw Christian's hand there. Christian said, "Oh, I thought you were going to go try to thread the needle," and that was where that. Okay, so
he does a focus, the 5 forward. This is a great move.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This is a great move because, you know, Quickdraw will be able to take a back shot most likely at Kylo, but Vader's not going to be able to shoot him unless he did a K-turn, which I highly doubt. Because your strategy against Kylo is to try to cast a wide net. So here's Quickdraw. Oh, this is going to be close to that rock. He's got it. Got it. 2 bank fits.
Oh.
Nice. So Quickdraw is going to eat 2 harpoons.
Yes.
Travis does not care about the PS5 shot.
Correct.
He will not spend the focus here.
But this makes me think that the Vader is doing the same thing, and he's going to try to take down one of the rows now.
But the thing is, if Vader did a 2 bank as well,
that's bumping.
He might bump Quickdraw. I think the 1 bank might be short.
Yes, the 1 bank is definitely short. I don't know if I agree with this decision, but I don't know if it was the optimal decision, but it's still a good position to be in.
Right. I mean, in a perfect world, right? Let's assume perfect dice on offense. You could possibly, maim one of these gunboats, and if he can get a shot with both Vader and Quickdraw, you might be able to force Travis to spend the focus. Because Travis, the only situation he probably spends a focus here is if the gunboat is going to die.
I think you're right. I think the Vader did do a 2 bank because he was. I think the decision wasn't who am I target locking. I think the decision was, do I need to get out of the way for Vader?
Yeah.
And Christian is on Travis's side of the table. Travis is having to move all his things. I think he's because under the new rules that with the barrel roll situation, if it doesn't fit in the optimal situation where he wants,
you have to find a spot.
He's going to rock himself next turn.
Yep. That is it. So it looks like we're taking a range 2 target lock from Quickdraw on that boat.
And that's a bit surprising, but because I thought he was going to go for the one that was winged already. Yeah, there it is, the Noble 2.
Yeah, I think that bumps. That's going to be close.
It's going to be really close. Someone should be holding that other ship.
That is bumping? Oh, no.
It's not bumping.
It's not bumping.
Someone should have, well.
I mean, it looks like we have enough daylight there, so
yeah,
we're good. So now Christian's debating. All right, who do I target lock? I wonder if he's possibly regretting.
He is.
Like target locking the one that's not hurt right now.
I know. He definitely should have gone for the one that was hurt.
Because if this guy lives with 1 hull,
yeah,
or that 1 hull left, you're like, oh my God, he could have been dead.
That is Pain Town.
Yep. So one thing we do have here is Quickdraw does have targeting synchronizer. So Vader can shoot the harpoon missile using Quickdraw's target lock. Yeah. So that's probably what we see here, and that's the biggest reason here.
Confirming the... Oh, that just got bumped a little bit.
Okay. So this is Quickdraw into that one. That looks like 2 hits, re-rolling to another focus. All right.
That's
and he
all.
Says takes 2.
Yep.
And the target lock stays because of fire control system. And this is Vader into the same target using the targeting synchronizer. And looks like we have 2 hits and 2 focuses, debating whether or not to spend the focus. He's going through the math in his head.
I'm wondering if, yeah.
I mean, Vader has an evade right now.
I wouldn't spend it.
So it looks like he didn't.
Okay.
All right, so he's going to be taking 3.
Yeah, I think
shield.
I think that was the.
There's no crits. Shield, card, and there is a crit in there. Okay, but he's not dead, so we know it's not a double damage, and he is living on 1 hull. I tell you, if this guy hits hard, this can be bad.
Man, that row wishes he had a look. Could cutely pelt a crit right now.
All right, and the PS5 row.
The PS5 row is not shooting the almost dead one. They're going to roll he's going to literally roll the dice.
Looks like he went range 2.
Yep.
And that guy is dead.
He is gone.
This guy, it looks like that was the reduced agility crit.
Yeah.
Because he only rolled 1 die. And the first gunboat is out of here.
I do play at Nirvana normally. Oh, look at that, Dion. We're getting more and more listeners. We're spreading.
This is good. Yeah, guys, if you can do me a favor and spread the word here. Here comes a harpoon missile. We're not sure the target right now. We got 2 hits, no focuses.
That is rough.
Spends the evade. So Travis is deciding. Yeah, this is bad.
We are in round 2 right now, Dion, and
We are in round
we
2.
already have a really exciting match.
Yeah. So harpoons are gone on that row squadron. So let me make sure I mark that.
So while we're waiting for cleanup to occur and new dice, Dion, what the most interesting thing about yesterday was that the final table was Minox Special Palp Aces versus Howard Duncan Aces. That was the Inquisitor and Quickdraw build versus the Whisper against Omega Leader build, and it went to time. It went to time. The final fight was Omega Leader against Inquisitor, and Omega Leader was going last, and it was a painful slog. And that was actually a really great match because it was the Mexican 2016 national championship against Joel from the
Joe Killingsworth from the Birmingham Barons X-Wing podcast. Yep.
So it was a great match.
5 ships, 5 harpoon cards. Well, I mean, it's one of those where I told you it makes arcs relevant. I would rather see people shooting missiles and making arcs relevant, personally, than like flying TLTs all the time. Like, I think that requires more skill.
I do.
If your entire list revolves around arcs, because then that means people can arc dodge you. You have to choose to put them in the right place.
And it was, as we saw yesterday, quite frankly, skillful flying of that shuttle doesn't necessarily mean it's a meat shield.
Right.
Joel especially used the traditional Jeremy Howard, Duncan Howard opening where he just kept inchworming that shuttle up, got to a position where he consistently kept it out of the first initiation range. And then from there, people had a really hard decision because you don't want the quiz out there, and you don't want the quick draw out there just hanging out.
Using the shuttle to be able to cover the aces helps because that's still a gun. It's holding the Emperor, but it still has a gun.
Dion, I think we had like 80 to 90 people today, right? There was 70 registered, but then a bunch of people showed up at the door.
Yep.
So it's a pretty good-sized tournament. And speaking of the tournament, Dion, we really have to thank our friends at Cascade Games for letting us be the exclusive podcasters and streamers of this event. Steve Cameron, the head of Cascade Games, or I'm sorry, him and his partner who own and run Cascade Games have been such great
hosts to us. Yes, absolutely.
Partners, honestly.
Yes.
They let us drop power. They let us set up. They let us do whatever we want. And they even actually got us media passes.
Yes, that was amazing because I was able to come in and set up everything up early. So huge thank to Cascade Games. And we are planning to continue to be working with them. We are scheduled to stream from Glendale, Arizona for their System Open, also from the Chicago System Open. We're going to try to make the one in San Francisco as well.
The new one that was just
the one.
Oh, so they don't know yet, Dion. So for everyone listening at home, it was announced on site yesterday, but not publicly announced to the world. There is going to be another System Open the weekend of February 17th in Portland, Oregon. So for you West Coast guys, and I'm specifically talking to you, Andrew Bunn, who has already won one. There's a System Open coming to your hometown, and we hope to see you there.
Yep, we'll see if we can make that one. It's one of those where this trip and the sudden plane change ate up quite a bit of the budget. So we're going to do the best we can. We'll see what we can do.
You know, Dion, Tyler brings up a really good point from chat, which is, does Travis have enough time to satisfy his win condition at this point?
So the issue here is you have Vader unhurt. You have Quickdraw unhurt. So the reason why Travis shot the harpoon missile at Vader is that Travis needs to make sure that he has both guns set right now. He didn't want to take more damage from Quickdraw. So the hope there was to be able to sneak in a damage on Vader. Unfortunately, did not happen for Travis. So time-wise, I mean, with having to set up the slam for the reload, and knowing that Kylo's now behind them, I think the play here, you need to start getting aggressive with Kylo.
Yeah.
You need to start getting aggressive. He can put the Rho in a spot where it's a blocker this turn.
I wouldn't
be surprised with that.
Hindsight being 2020, the crazy talent roll would have worked.
I think it would have been a little bit short. I think we would have been a little bit short. I think the K turn. I think the K turn would have been money, because then he would be a little bit short. Nah, he still be short.
And you can see
work.
Travis is clearly concerned about the time too, because he's been snap dropping his dials, and Christian isn't slow playing at all. This is a very difficult position for Christian because it's his game to lose right now. So he has to take time to think out these issues.
Right.
But at their current rate.
So here's the first block.
Yep, the first block. At the current rate, brother, I think we got maybe 3 or 4 rounds left.
Yep.
And what you're seeing up on screen right now are the new Crate Squadron target locks. The blue one is the United States, and the pink one is Canada.
Yep.
And they'll be giving those out to our friends here, especially you, Dion, and also for participants of the Crate Cup.
So here is 4 forward. He's going to be able to shoot with quick draw. That's going to be rocked, most likely.
I think
Travis wants. He says, "Please take a shield," is what Travis wants right now. We'll see what happens. It looks like that's a shield, or maybe it was a focus. Yep, no, that shield comes off there. So quick draw does not get to shoot because she is on a rock.
Now, was that?
And this might be a block from Vader. Oh, no, that's going to be a range 1 shot for Vader. He needs to make a decision here. Focus evade is probably the most conservative one. He can also barrel roll.
Oh my God!
To arc
Dion.
dodge.
Christian is a genius. He is an absolute genius.
Did I miss something?
No. This quick draw being the rock is the juiciest target in the world ever.
Right.
Travis is going to have to decide between taking that, repositioning his ships to take advantage of this of this rock for next turn, or he's going to have to commit to the Vader, which is what he wanted to do before.
Right.
And I love that, because if you go after that quick draw, he's probably going to escape. But right now, he is a pretty juicy target.
He is. I mean, Kylo. I mean, the good thing about this is that quick draw is not going to be taking any shots this turn. You sacrifice 1 shield for better positioning. You're right. He is in a good spot. He actually can probably do a sloop next turn and re-engage if he wants to, but he doesn't have to. Quick draw is worth 39 points. If, let's say, Travis's boat lives. So Travis's boat that is dead was worth 26 points. So
and Travis is yelling at his boats right now.
Yeah.
That was the frantic hands you saw there.
X-wing flares, 30 minutes.
Yep, 30 minutes left in the round.
Official clock is a bit slow, but we'll let them be.
All right, here we go. That he gets an evade there, or takes a shield. here is range 3
On
at
Vader.
at the Dark Lord.
And he's checking out the quick draw
Yeah, I mean,
just for kicks and giggles.
That's,
you see the
that's,
Dark
that's
Lord?
three. That's 3 hits. Here it comes.
Vader. Oh, that's a lot of pain.
That's a lot of focus. He spends it to avoid the damage.
Now Travis's pretty easy selection. He's going to do the 2 or the 3. I know Travis typically likes taking the 2 straight on Kylo, but I think he has to play a little more aggressively and a little more recklessly right now, given the time crunch. That Rho almost has to K-turn right now.
They can't. They don't have K-turns.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He can turn around, though.
Yeah.
He can slam.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The
Yeah.
2-2, right?
Yep.
Sorry about that.
You're good. Well,
But I don't know if the 2-2 clears.
22 minutes left on the clock. I think the better choice here might be... You might be able to 2-bank too hard to the right to take a turn off. And then, see, the thing is, with the reload action,
Yeah.
is that it takes 2 to 3 turns to get this done. Because you have to disengage, reload, both those times you can't shoot, and then bring it back in.
Yeah, if he 2 banks and then 2 hearts, I think he's forced to take a shorter. I think he's forced to take the 2 straight with Kylo just because of positioning. If he 2-2s and risks the rock, he can be aggressive with the Kylo and take the 3, and probably post move advance. I'm sorry, not use the advanced sensors and take the stress during the main phase.
Right.
For Kylo.
So Christian's waiting on. We're waiting on a dial from Christian.
Yep, and again, this is a hard position for both of them, and it takes time. So I can't blame Christian for taking a little more.
No, he's keeping a consistent pace. One of the things we talked on the podcast, we revisited pace of play, and I was talking to Patrick. Patrick, he had been doing some research, building on what I was doing. And pretty much, well, the conclusion was, like, if people are keeping a consistent pace, Christian isn't playing any slower or faster than what he was before. Like, playing at a consistent pace is fine. It looks like he did a 3-bank and the reload. So he chose to take a turn off this turn. And it looks like, at least when it comes to the Rho pursuing, this is going to pay off because the arc might be just out.
Man, these guys really trust each other because they're not holding down the other ship for the bumps.
Yep.
And I love that sportsmanship. Round 1 of a very competitive game, and they're still saying, guys, it's just a game.
Here's the 2-bank from Travis.
So aggressive.
Good eyeballing here. He clears the stress. He's going to have his arc out there. This is a good position from him. I would stay right there. Stay right there. You don't push this turn because next turn you get more options.
Yeah.
Quick draw might be hitting this rock again.
Nah, I think he escapes. And
no, there he does. And that's going to be another shield.
And as predicted, that quick draw is running. He's de-shielding himself as bait. And I think that's a beautiful move by our boy there. Because Vader's the more survivable ship, and Vader's the one that he wants to be running. Vader's the safety valve if all else fails.
Another no shot from quick draw off of the shield being lost. But see, Christian does have to be careful here. Like, he can disengage, but because Kylo is fast enough to possibly catch up to him, next turn, for instance, Travis could do I don't know if it fits with a rock there. You might be able to do a boost and a 5 forward and catch quick draw on the side with her not being able to shoot.
Well, that is a good point.
So he does have to be careful there.
And he might even be able to not risk it and just go barrel roll 3-bank.
Sure. And it looks like we're waiting on some actions from Vader. Kylo's going to get some uncontested shots here. So Travis likes this. It's going to be a range, look like a 2. That's 2 hits and a crit. And that's 2 blanks. So that boat's going to be taking 3. So all shields are down. And it looks like, actually, no, another shield had gone through. So it looks like there might be a crit. I saw a card get pulled.
Let me go check on that crit.
Yeah, there is a crit token out there. So we'll go double check to see what that is. Loose stabilizer. So loose stabilizer, I believe, is the one where if you do a white maneuver, you receive a stress token.
And it's an action to remove.
Right. Twitch chat, if you can confirm that. Loose stabilizer crit. So here's the thing, right? This game is far from over because, like, even though Christian is currently winning the game, if Travis can kill that gumbo, Travis is winning. Because his row, oh, wait a second. Nope, that's not true. He went adaptability. No, Travis would be behind by 1 point. Sorry about that. Because Christian's is worth 25 and Travis's are worth 26. So the win condition right now for Travis is kill the boat and kill Quickdraw. The missile is live from Travis. The missile is live. I expect him to probably just 2-turn and focus and say, you can be in my arc if you want to. Christian here, this is probably a turn to slam with his boat to not take a missile here. I'm thinking a 3-bank, 3 hard. Probably it gets you in a good position to come back around at Kylo. He might be even, man, that 2 hard to the right is tempting.
What if he just did a 2 straight with that row, a Christian that is Christian, and then he just said, "Shoot my boat. I don't care. I win if you shoot my boat, and I will take pot shots at you since I know where you're going."
The problem with that is, it's better to not get shot than for your opponent to take worse shots. So I think the better move, if you can get the row out, just get out. Just get out. Wait another turn. We still do have 19 minutes left on the clock. Dials are set, and here we go.
The noble 2 hard.
2 hard. It's a wide net right now. He's where Travis needs to be. He's going to focus, most likely. There it is. Deadeye is active. Harpoon is active.
And this is why I'm not the pro player like Travis. I honestly would have slammed there to try to set up that next round shot. Because I'm more afraid about... I'm not afraid about getting the shot because I know I'll get the shot. I'm afraid about the spacing because I want to follow up.
So that was a green maneuver for Christian. He's debating on an action.
Oh, look at that. Tyler agrees with me. We're doing something right.
He's debating on an action. He's looking at the table. He's probably debating a slam. I don't think Christian's boat can get out of the arc. He might be able to get out of range by maybe the 2 hard to the left might take him out of range. But that's a white maneuver, and he will end up with a stress token.
I just don't know if I care about that.
17 minutes. I got you. All right, here comes Kylo.
Kylo does engage the 2-bank.
Yep, advanced sensors target lock. He has a focus already. There's no need. You do hit the rock. It was a focus. He's fine.
And he's on the row.
Yep. And you know, Travis had that target lock ready. He was in his hands already. He knows that he's short on time. He needs to Save every moment he's got.
Is that preserving MOV? No, because MOV doesn't matter. So
No, you just got to win.
Yeah, we'll see.
You just got to win.
Ugh.
He does the sloop here. Quick draw engaging here might be rough. So make a choice. All right, so Quick Draw and Vader are out of range. Kylo has a range 1 shot. Here we go, 4 dice. Spend the lock, and that's 4 symbols. He's spending it.
Yes.
So he did the title first for the first die. And it looks like we got focus, evade. I mean, you take the defense when you can get it. There's no, it's the same 4 dice. 4 dice, 4 hits is going to be the same. He's debating what's better, whether the defense now, defense later. Mm-hmm. You have the focus now, you spend it now. Because they're both 4 dice that will average to 4 hits. He does spend it, and that's going to be 2 gone. That Rho squadron is at 1 hull. And it is in arc. Is he going to shoot the missile? That's the missile. He's like, I'm going to take it off the table. And that's 4 hits. So we know that the Rho is going to die. So these dice don't matter because it came out to 4 hits. And the Rho's off the table. So now Travis has gotten 1 ship off the table. We got 2-on-2, lower pilot skill versus higher pilot skill. Christian is winning the game, but he has to keep his ships alive.
Yeah.
So how does Christian do that?
One, I think Travis may have made a math error in terms of the ship costs. But 2, something interesting about this system open format is MOV for all intents and purposes doesn't matter because of the way the progression cut works. Mm-hmm. And something that we talked about post PAX Unplugged is one of the lessons learned is because MOV didn't matter due to the cuts, people were playing so much more aggressively and so much more recklessly. So on the good side, people got lunch breaks. On the bad side, and well, depending on what kind of player you are, games were definitely not going to 75 minutes. They were going, on average, about 45 minutes.
Well, it looks like this game probably goes to time, and right now, that is Travis's win condition. Kill 1 ship, and then keep Kylo alive. That's Travis's win condition. Christian says, I can't lose a ship.
Yeah.
So they're different win conditions. This sloop from Quick Draw puts them in an interesting spot. I think Kylo's looking at Quick Draw. Quick Draw does not have lightweight frame, so he just have 2 dice in focus. And Kylo is full. Even though Travis is behind, if Travis can get 3 more turns in,
I think Travis
will win. But I think at the pace we're going right now, we probably get 2.
Now the interesting thing is maybe if I'm in Travis's position, the Christian's Rho was a threat because that Vader, if depending on what happened with that Rho, that Vader may have come in to engage. I think the K-turn, the K-turning Vader kind of made the decision for Travis on what to shoot. And it's another one of those mental chess situations that makes this particular match, so much fun to watch right now.
Yep. And I want to remind everybody that this round is brought to you by our sponsor, Wraith Squadron Podcast. Thank you to them for supporting our content here at Gold Squadron Podcast.
And thank you guys out there in listener land for supporting Dion's trip to if they only knew Dion. First of all, Dion's a little sick.
A little bit.
So he didn't really get to sleep yesterday because he had 2 layovers at like 12 and 3 a.m.
Yep. Now, real quick here, Travis does the 1 forward. He's going to reload here because next turn is his opportunity to kill Quick Draw.
Yeah.
This is it. Because quick draw, in order to clear stress here, I think the Fazes, excuse me, can go as a 3.
Right? Yep, too hard coming out.
Yep, he's setting himself up to have some defense here. He probably takes 2 shots here.
But he
Kylo
accepts it.
Kylo can, he has to. He has to put himself in a position to get shots.
Yeah.
Here's Vader.
I don't know how I feel about that K-turn on Vader now, especially now.
Oh man,
he's going to barrel roll in, and he's not going to get an evade.
Oh, he can barrel roll evade.
But then he doesn't get the ATC, or I'm sorry, Advanced Targeting Computer, or the focus.
Right. So it looks like he threw a target. He's thinking about.
Oh, he has to barrel roll now.
Right.
He's definitely not an arc.
He's
and that's
not
what
an
Christian's looking at. Christian just realized, oh crap, I may not be an arc.
So yeah, he has to barrel roll. He just drops focus evade, so Vader's not going to be taking a shot this turn.
Okay.
1 bank from. Oh man. This is.
Now does quick draw barrel roll into the rock?
That is a tough decision right now. I mean,
I can't tell by the camera angle.
From the camera angle, he could barrel roll back, but he might clip the rock on the 1 bank out.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I don't think he wants to stay there. He doesn't have a shot on Kylo right now.
No. He's barrel rolling in.
All right. He's playing
back
aggressive.
To back. Yeah.
He's playing aggressive. But now he has no focus.
He has
no target lock currently established on Kylo, so the first shot probably doesn't hit.
Yeah, and then he's hoping the FCS triggers and beats up on someone.
10 minutes left in the round. Got an evade. It was only 1 hit. Establishes there. Travis will spend everything on Kylo here to get some hits through if he needs to. Title first. Just to turn out 1 hit.
Yeah.
Keeping the focus.
Travis is speed rolling, and I don't blame him.
3 dice.
Oh.
Gets an evade.
Oh, I thought that was a focus for a moment. Sorry about that, internet land.
You got excited.
Yeah.
It's all right. So the Rho next turn is going to be taking probably a 2 bank. 2 bank. Yeah, 2 bank is safe right now.
You know, that result wasn't the worst thing in the world for Travis, because at least he doesn't get shot back now.
I mean, in my opinion, it would have been better to just take the shot back from quick draw, because Kylo's full. He's fine. He still has his title, and he can be in different places. But now, not having that last shield off is going to hurt, because he has to think about that return shot now.
Dion, we're 10 minutes in, and I don't know what that quick draw is going to do, but do we straight YOLO with Kylo and K-turn right now?
He has. Yeah. So the target lock has been spent.
I think he has to YOLO K-turn or do advanced sensor boost if it fits for the Talon roll. Because there's no other way to get around for a shot. You got to think if he barrels out towards the Wraith Squadron
towards
sign,
the bottom, yeah,
and then tries to do it too hard in, I don't think he'll keep the arc.
He might be able to barrel roll boost and then turn. Barrel. I think barrel rolling boost forward too hard. I think the problem is that quick draw might be in the way. It might also land just in front of quick draw, which you're fine with.
And knowing that
Travis's dials are set.
Yeah. I just wonder what Christian's going to do. Does Christian just peace out? He just says, I'm not engaging.
I mean, that Christian's.
If he pieces out, then the K-turn is the right call.
Right.
If he stays in there, Travis is screwed. But that row is going to come right there and light some pain.
Yep. If you could, man, barrel roll boost too hard. I think that's the move. Barrel roll boost too hard. You land in front of Kylo. You might get a bump on quick draw, especially if he tries to get cute and do something like a 1 forward to block the K-turn.
So either way, he's getting lit up with that by a harpoon. I think the question is, do we try to bump Travis onto a rock if you think he's K-turning, or do we just peace out to make sure no one has a shot? Sorry, Kylo nor Quickdraw have a shot.
Okay. We're waiting on something, and
I'm starting to feel like that rush before I pick a number in roulette.
Here we go.
I'm feeling that rush really hard right now.
Too hard. Travis is moving fast and accurate, which is good. He's casting a wide net with the harpoon. Here's the barrel roll to the left.
He puts it back. So you're right. He's good.
Boost.
So Dion.
Too hard?
Moderation works at the end.
Got it.
YOLO, not.
Yeah. No, see, this is fine. See, I told you. If he had boosted, this was right. This is perfect. He has a wide net. Vader might too hard in, but I mean, Travis has to do this in order to get a shot. He does a 3-bank. 3-bank? Is this a sloop? Nope. No. That is a turn, and Travis does not have an arc with Kylo.
No.
This could hurt.
Oh, see? Should have YOLO K-turned.
Well, I think the K-turn would have bumped Quickdraw where it was. He does a barrel roll here to avoid being shot.
Oh.
So Christian has made some great decisions in this game.
He's wonderful flying by both of them.
Yeah, they're both doing a great job, and Christian is leveraging his PS11 advantage right now. That's what he's doing. He's piecing out with Vader. No, he did a K-turn with Vader. So Travis doesn't have a shot there with Kylo, but the harpoon is there.
And that's the ship well, it is tokenless.
He is tokenless. I mean, I would take the shot.
Travis should be speed rolling, snap dialing right now.
Yeah.
Travis should have his dial set in right now. You're right. We still got a game.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't over. We're waiting on dice for some reason. All right, here we go. Range 1. He's deciding whether to shoot front, back, or just front. The correct decision is just to shoot in the front. You're not going to hit Kylo with 2 dice. Okay. And that looks like 2. That looks like that might be 4 hits.
It's a pretty nice roll.
Got it. 1 evade, and that roll squadron might be living on 1. Are there? There's 3 crits. I don't think there are any doubles. Major explosion.
Major
He's
explosion.
safe.
He's safe.
He's safe.
He's safe.
All right. Travis is jumping up and down in the air. He's gonna get his harpoon off.
Yeah,
he takes a stress. He doesn't care.
He needs the speed roll.
Some crit tokens. He bounced them off his elbow.
He's making them.
All right. Kylo is out. He's just making sure there's. Travis is going to get 1 more turn.
Yeah.
He's going to get 1 more turn.
He could get 2.
Oh,
no, he can't.
There's 2 blanks in there.
Are you kidding me?
Guidance chips for 3. Math says he gets 1 here. He gets 2. Oh, wait, no. They missed. He had a harpoon condition last turn, and they missed it. That row squadron is dead. Was dead from the crits.
Are we positive?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Well, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles.
Yep. I mean, Christian played a great game. He put his guys in the right spot, and he leveraged the PS11, which is what his list had to do. He got the missiles off. The Vader missile actually never went off, did it? I don't think he ever shot that one. But he was able to get his excuse me, his Rho Squadron one off. They got 2 minutes left here.
I think they called it.
That is the game.
Yep. So, wonderful match by both our players, Travis Johnson and Christian Basse. Anna Johnson, thank you once again for letting Travis come out to play with us. Christian, wonderful, masterful flying by you. And thank you so much for everyone listening at home and participating in chat. Dion, you want to take us home?
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Huge thank to my patrons who make this possible. If you want to help support our content, you can go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can connect your Amazon Prime to Twitch and become a Prime subscriber, and it actually costs you nothing, and it throws a couple bucks our way. If you need help doing that, feel free to email me here. Yeah, we can get that done. Looks like they're going to play one more turn, and we'll get done there. One more huge thank you to my patrons for making this possible. I'll be putting up some posts to talk about how much all this costs, the change, but it's possible because of you guys, and you guys are amazing. And one more thank you to our sponsor for this round, the Wraith Squadron podcast. They're always keeping it 100. Advanced sensors target lock, advanced sensors focus. 2-turn in hope. Be in my arc. Quick draw. Is quick draw out of shields? That's the question that super matters right now. He did hit Kylo. There is, I'll show you the dark side condition. He leverages the PS11. I mean, you barrel roll out.
And Travis just
there
extended.
It is. Travis extends the handshake. I love the sportsmanship. It's great.
I love this match. It was just such a great way to start our weekend out, Dion.
Yep, it's a great one. So we will be coming back to you here in a few minutes once round 3 is ready to go, and we will be bringing you round 3, sponsored by Crafted Storage.